Coffee connection meetup. I got my cup of Joe here. You guys got your coffee? You got your coffee?
I got my tea.
Yeah. You got your tea? All right, Ben's a tea guy. What's that, Bill?
My thermos full of coffee. I
Nice.
had coffee this morning, so I figured I'll do tea in the afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. I totally get you, man. I did. Man, I've been doing a bulletproof. Have you guys had bulletproof coffee before? Bulletproof, like I've been using. It's like a grass-fed avocado and grass-fed butter protein powder. So I do a scoop of that. I do a good like tablespoon of Kerrygold grass-fed butter, and I've been using like I usually have an MCT oil powder. It's just a form of energy that assists as like MCT is medium triglycerides, which is give you that steady state of fats, and that's obviously a steady energy flow. Then obviously over a carb that gives you a sugar or a carbohydrate will give you more of a spike. So the fat will give you that long-lasting energy. With the caffeine, gives you that stimulant effect. And then I've been blending all that together in my little NutriBullet in the mornings. And then like I'll read, I'll cold shower, and then I get changed, and then I got my bulletproof coffee, and I'm off I go.
One of my favorite things is actually yerba mate. That's like
what was it?
Mate tea.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, man.
High
Nice.
alkaline, and it gives you a clean energy that you don't crash or anything like that.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, man. That sounds awesome. So right now I just had actually just before now I've been doing like I guess more like a fasting or ketogenic during the day when I'm like when I'm doing Instacart during the morning. I'm just like I want full flow of energy. I just want to get in and get out sort of thing. So I'm not like eating to slow myself down. So that's why I do the bulletproof. But man, when I got home, I smashed out like a full like massive salad with like bacon strips and corn and onion and tomato and this really good avocado ranch. And then I just smashed like two miniature cinnamon bagel rolls with raspberry jam and almond butter, and that was really good. And I'm having a cup of black coffee now with a bit of coconut sugar. If you guys aren't having a coconut sugar, it gives you like a bit of like a brown sugar. It's more like that. What's the word? Where it like what's the word, guys? It melts and it. You know what I'm saying?
Caramelizes?
That caramelizes. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, it caramelizes at the bottom, and it's just like, oh, this tastes good. It's about a little bit more like a bit of a cheat meal, a little cheat snack right now. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys coming on the virtual connection call for Coffee Meetup. So we'll be doing them at 10 a.m. But just due to the different schedule with COVID and everything else going on with finances, we've changed it to 3 p.m. Central. So we're going to be trialing out the 3 p.m. Central time. Tuesday and Thursday. So if anyone's watching this as a recording, jump on our next live, Tuesday and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Central. And so, Tuesdays, guys, where you did it here to socialize, connect, get together, whatever flows, whatever we want to talk about happens. Usually it does come across, we talk about business. It just seems to be the like-minded subject that we all love and we adore, and we just we want to just keep talking. All right, and then Thursday is purely entrepreneurial, mobilepreneur, online business in general, and we just talk. What's going on? How can we help each other? How can we support each other? What systems, tools, things that you need in place for your business to be thriving right now? I know we've gone over a whole lot of social media and using Facebook events, Facebook groups, Facebook ads. We've gone over other platforms and other tools, different type of books that can help you grow and scale your business. So, guys, I just more want this conversation to flow wherever it goes. I know that we're all in network marketing. As we're live right now, we refer to network marketing just when we talk about our company or the company you're in. Just refer to it as my network marketing company. And that sort of just there's not I guess a conflict of interest when other people who are watching, this is a live or a recording. that, obviously there might be another company and stuff like that. So we'll just keep things straight, simple, and sexy, and let's get some chatting going. So Ben, I know you're in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin area. Man, what's happening in your life? How's you and Kara? What's going on? How's your business? What else have you been doing?
Yeah, I mean, business is flowing. It's not where we want it to be, but it's definitely, we're taking the steps to try to get it on the right path. With COVID and everything, obviously she's not working. She's normally a hairstylist, so she's not working right now. I was bartending at a couple different places, and right now I'm working part-time at Costco, which is great, but also is here and there in terms of having an environment that is a positive environment. And I think because of where people are at, morale in general for people that I interact with is not where it has been or usually is. So that kind of has an effect of, I guess, where I've been as an individual, as an entrepreneur, and as a husband, as a friend, son, whatever, all the additional titles and whatnot. So part of it is just staying on track. It's looking at our goals that we created. We started a 90-day run with our network marketing company, and this past weekend. And so both Kara and I worked on some goals. We're going through each day together. We're falling a little short on our activity, but there's a few things we're working on getting past some of those obstacles and whatnot. She has some health issues that she's facing. We have a move that we're preparing for. So just some obstacles we're facing and working around. So that's kind of where we're at with all of this craziness going on.
Gotcha, man. All right, bro. Well, hey, man, thanks for sharing. Appreciate it, dude. Appreciate it. Bill from the Kingman, Arizona canyon of the antelope that you don't see down there. How are we doing today, Bill?
I'm doing good. So
good, man. Tell us what's happening, man. Tell us how you've been. What's going on in your life?
Getting back started with things. Getting back into the flow of everything. Again, I kind of let everything down, and I'm just getting back to it now. I'm working with some like new softwares and stuff like that. Working with a new app that you can earn money from for just doing the things that you normally simply do every day. There's nothing that you need to pay for in it. You get paid by, texting and talking like normal. And getting back in with my network marketing company and doing a core run and everything like that, and should be lining up pretty good here soon.
Cool, man. Fantastic, man. And I know it's a little bit dark where you are. You want to make sure we can see
it light.
Yeah,
but
keep the light in there, man. I think you have to face the other way.
My camera keeps messing up. There we go.
Okay,
there we go.
There you are. That's better. That's better.
Yeah.
Hold that position. Hold it. Just hold it. Yeah. All right. Cool, guys. And obviously, like you guys just both spoke. The first thing you guys said was, "My business is doing this. I'm doing this with my business." See, it is a natural thing as entrepreneurs. We just want to naturally talk about our business and what's going on, right? So, guys, if I can add any value to you guys on this call, I'd love to. There may be some things you're struggling with, or you might have some complications going on in your business. And if we're going to be talking about business, let's go straight into it. And so if there's anything you guys, maybe it's not affecting you, or maybe it is, or maybe it's affecting some of your team or some people that you work with, or some people in your marketplace, you guys can bring up these struggles or these problems, and if we can tackle them here on this call, on this live stream, it'd be awesome. So Bill or Ben, Andy, welcome to the call from the UK. Welcome, brother.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Andy. You're good, man. You're good. So yeah, Ben and Bill, if you guys got any things that might have been coming up a couple of times over the last 90 days, over the last 3 months, even over the last 30 days, that you maybe think it could be happening to someone else, or maybe someone else has experienced it before, and we can just, squish this bug, squish this struggle, and, give clarity to everyone on this call and everyone who's going to be watching this as a live stream and as a recording. So, yeah, Ben and Bill, anything you feel that could help the entrepreneur, the network marketer, the online business owner?
I just think that really this whole COVID thing is kind of a blessing in disguise for anybody that's, doing network marketing or trying to build their business at this point in time, because a lot of things will be the same after this, but then a lot of things will not ever be the same. So right now is a, perfect opportunity.
For sure, man. That's that's exactly right. I believe, like, with coronavirus, COVID, obviously it's a virus going around, but then it's going to turn into, it's happening right now. People might not know it, but it's a global recession. And then on the third level, think about this as a pyramid, right? Here's the virus, right? Either way of the pyramid. Virus, global recession, and then global world economy reset. And the reset is really just trying to drive as many face-to-face businesses out and push them online into the cloud, right? And if they can't figure a way to survive online, they won't survive. Because where we're going as an economy, as a world, as a global government, is online, and robotics are coming, and everything's getting automated, and people are going to get laid off more because they won't be needed in the workplace, because they'll have a robot or a 10D printer printing out a house. Somehow how I'm still not sure how 3D printing happens, and they're able to create actually things out of a 3D printer. But that's just where the world is going. So if as we're talking about business here, Chris, welcome. Hey, welcome to the call, Chris. We're live on YouTube and on the Zoom. Chris, look at you, man. How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Good. Chris is from Houston, Texas, guys. Say hi to everyone, Chris, and everyone else say hi to Chris.
Yo, what's up, guys from Houston?
What's happening, man? Awesome. We're just talking about right now. We're just talking about what's happening with the coronavirus, and Bill just mentioned that the COVID-19. Obviously, there's pros to cons to what's happening around the world. But in a business sense, it's helping people, be open more to learning how to work online and how to, push in that direction. And people, I believe, like with what's happening around the world as well, we've actually had a time to just relax and rest and reset, and actually had time to think, breathe, chill out, and go, this is what I want to work on. Maybe this is all happening for a reason. So yeah, Bill, awesome statement there, man. And and I believe this is helping everyone in some way. And so yeah, I just want to open up the floor, guys. If anyone wants to, we're talking about I know Andy and Chris, you guys came on late. But this is the Tuesday day calls is like a social get together connection. It usually turns into talking about business because a whole lot of entrepreneurs come onto these calls, and that's what we just like to talk about. But we're open to anything and everything on this call, and I just want everyone to, if everyone can share just what's going on in their lives and what's been happening, and maybe some new habits that you guys have adopted. Maybe you're reading 20 pages a day instead of 10. Maybe you're working out 3 times a day because you're stuck at home now. Maybe we're all putting on weight somewhere because we're eating. I know I just ate 2 cinnamon roll bagels with almond butter and raspberry jam. Things are happening right in both directions. So the floor is up for anyone. This call is just to connect with everyone and see where everyone's at. So if anyone wants to take anything from me.
I've got something for you as well. I just going on from what Chris was saying as well. A lot of people now, because of the innovations that are going to happen between now and obviously end of COVID, people that were thinking about doing things like making apps and things like that will make them. But also, we're probably going to have about probably threefold more books written by people now because they've got time to. And, you know, you're going to have people who have writing their biographies, things like that. You'll have lots more books coming out. But also, if you're not someone, like you said about the technology age taking over, if people now don't train themselves in technology, they're going to be left behind. It'll be like when, you know, decimalisation came in when everyone was using pounds, shillings and pence or whatever it was years ago, you know, back in the good old days. And everyone went from one sort of currency to a new set of currency. And also when people changed to euro, it took about 2 or 3 years, then people got used to it. But again, it's going to probably take the same for this. People will still be stuck in this loop now of constant learning because it's accelerated. I must admit it myself. I mean, I've learned more about online streaming and things like that than I have at any other time. You know, I used to do internet marketing all the time for myself. You know, I've seen more books come out about internet marketing, more books have come out about online streaming and all different techniques to basically run your business from home, including things like there's one woman was making doing cookery without eggs and stuff like that. So basically using the shortage of food as a way to show people how to make things out of other stuff, which was amazing. So yeah, there's been kind of lots of innovation and stuff that you wouldn't even think of. And now because people have got time to, you know, drip feed themselves with, you know, staying away from the mainstream media that always doom and gloom it up, but going on YouTube and learning new stuff, you know, is absolutely going to be one of those things I think people will become normal for them, you know, rather than being something that's a bit odd. So yeah, I think lots of innovations have come out. So it's not just like we're saying that, you know, it is a bit of a blessing that people now are more encouraged to do more creative things, even with their kids or with themselves. You know, for instance, you know, learning new skills or languages. So yeah, it's going to change across the board. Even education, I think, is going to change.
Yeah, 100%, Andy. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Andy. I know that I know in the US, like when was it? I think it was at the beginning of April. I got told that all of Arizona and California shut down all school systems for the rest of 2020. And I'm like, where are these kids going to be taught? I'm like,
Yeah, they did.
They're going to be taught online. That's the only way. They're going to be they're going to set up a tablet system, send tablets or out to the students to work from home and start, you know, doing paint on their tablet or whatever it is. I know there's other school systems. I know still the school systems, all in America, I'm guessing around the world, are still closed as of right now. And we're in the 5th of May right now. So, you know, things are changing. And, you know, it's just more coming down to how can we adapt? How can we adapt to this transition? How can you I wouldn't say not get left behind, but how can you progress with the transition, and how can you do it in the best transition for you, your business, your life, your lifestyle, your relationships, all those sort of things. So I know lately most of the time I work out in the morning, and I've sort of been having like different sock days. I would have different sock days. I'm like, I have this colorful ass pink ass sock on my foot today. I'm like, I'm gonna be squatting in pink socks today. I'm like, this is rad. And I'm just like, this has become a more of a thing just to keep me like, oh, I got some colors, you know, because I feel like I'm in my apartment right now. It's just like, you know, it's a bit gloomy outside here in Wisconsin. It's like things feel a bit dead inside. Like I need some color. So the sock trick for me has been working out with my workouts and giving me a bit of life in the morning. But yeah, guys, this is awesome. Let's keep going. Bill, have you got anything you want to share, man? I know you.
Yeah, I was actually wanting to say that you know, he was talking about schools and stuff like that are going to change. They already are changing. You know, Harvard is actually offering free online courses right now.
Harvard is
Free.
Okay.
Harvard, yeah, online courses. That's
wow.
crazy.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Free courses. Okay. And like, you know, That's crazy, man. Like things are just
So
evolving.
if that gives you any perspective right there to
Right.
what's actually going on.
100%, 100%. And yeah, wow, that's just crazy. And it just, I guess, like, you know, I know where most of us here are in network marketing. I know that we have a bunch of different other businesses as well, affiliate marketing coaches. We also have jobs. But like, I guess like as much as we want to succeed and make as much money as possible and create that lifestyle and do everything on top of this, like we need to figure out, I guess, a way to grow and scale and progress during these times. This is the perfect time to learn how to do, you know, anything and everything online. If it's social media, if it's building a funnel or a website, if it's you understanding, you know, how to produce content so you can attract that audience or that attractive character that you're wanting to attract into your business, into your product or into your service. And obviously we're all trying to figure out ways of how we can reach more people. Like I'm live streaming on YouTube right now. It's my first time I'm live streaming on YouTube from the Zoom. And we're live streaming in Facebook groups, on business pages and Instagram. You know, I just started a brand new software that I'm using called StreamYard, and StreamYard is an awesome platform to, you know, get other speakers on and talk about content and a specific product or service or whatever. I know I did one last night with a friend of mine, Dan McCabe, so that was pretty cool. So this is a learning game, and everything that we're doing is just, you just need to put yourself out there. And, you know, I'm not sure. I really don't know when people are going to go back to jobs. I don't know when states and cities and countries are going to be opening up, you know, and small businesses are going to be opening back up again. And we're able to just, you know, go out to a friend's house and have a cup of popcorn and have a beer and watch a movie. I don't know when we'll be able to do that again. I do, man. I know, like when I was a 16-year-old man, I was crashing parties, I was having parties, and I was making parties. I was just this party going on. Like, I'm gonna have the biggest fucking party when we get out of this, and I'm gonna invite everyone, and I'm gonna fill my apartment hallways. Like, if my balcony breaks, well, no one's gonna die, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fill this place and I'm gonna have a massive party. Like Chris from Texas, Andy from England, Ben and Bill, you guys from America, you guys are gonna come over and we're gonna party it up. It's gonna be a massive party. That's what I want to do. Like I'm excited to get back in touch with people. I'm excited to get back in touch with people, and you know, over the period of time, right? And I know, you know, I believe small businesses are pushing at I know in Wisconsin, I know there's businesses right now pushing at the government trying to open up. They want to open up for obviously open up shop. And I know that, like, think about, like, if you guys know companies, obviously, you know, our companies or our businesses that we're in, they all have big events going on. I don't know how they're going to be able to go from no one at all in an arena, for example, to 2,500, 5,000, 10,000 people once this is up. I just don't know really what that transition will look like. And if it did ever happen again, like, will it have to happen over a 6-month period, 12-month period? Because I don't see how we can be in a group of 5, 10 people, and then this weekend we're going to be in a group of 10,000, because that could just cause another eruption of COVID or another thing or something. And I guess that's the fear that's probably going through everyone's mind. And, you know, everyone has to wear gloves and a mask and some hand sanitizer as we go into places. I'm doing Instacart every single morning. So I got gloves on, I got my mask on, and between 7 and 12, you know, I'm making some money and going in and out of supermarkets, dropping groceries off at the doorstep. So, and everyone's covered up, and everyone's, you know, clean, making sure you're sanitizing. So I know as supermarkets, you know, they're having their clicker at the start of the supermarket, like clicking like how many people are walking in, how many people are walking out, and they're only allowed a certain amount of people in the supermarket at a time. So I've actually seen lines of people waiting to get into the supermarket before they can go in, and as the other person walks out, and so they can have
Here,
under government
that's how it is here
regulations.
in Arizona.
So
Can I
Have it.
add something to that?
yeah,
Yeah, because you've got in the UK, they've got I call them cruisers. These are the people that come out just because they're bored. They get in the queue, they go inside, they cruise around, cruise, then come back out, and that's it. You know, they don't even do their shopping. They're like literally just in there. They buy one thing and come out like a thing of chewing gum or whatever. Then come out just because they want to basically be social. Which is annoying a lot of people in the UK now. They're looking at making a law to stop them from doing that. It's just crazy. You know, all these little things are getting sniped and put in. They're even now looking up, because obviously the things are going on and the companies want to go back to work, like you said already. They're looking at a way for companies to still be able to function, but obviously have like a workforce like now, i.e. some working at home, some work in the office. So a lot of people, like you said already, they're trying to transition between the normal secure system they've got in their buildings to making a secure system for external stuff, or making it so they have to report inwards for them to then send stuff out from there. So there's all these little things they're trying to do, and like we said already, there's lots of innovation coming on. And just to add to a point for the universities and stuff doing free courses, most universities at the moment are chucking out loads of online courses. Open University does that anyway, but there's a hell of a lot more stuff out there now and it's not so much for your normal sort of things. This is for like transitional skills. So it's things like, you know, mental health first aid, things like that. They're putting things out there they know is going to be needed. Because don't forget, we've been cooped up for like 3 months, 4 months in some case, probably more for some people, depending on where you are, which country you're in, etc. You know, or which area you're in. Some have experienced an extreme harsh lockdown. Some have been able to walk around, and it's like it's not fair, they can do it type thing. It's schoolyard stuff, basically. If one state in America gets told they can go and do what they want, what are the states next door going to be wanting to do, and so on and so on. So it domino effects. So in the UK, they're trying to stop that from happening by, you know, monitoring people and stuff and all these other sort of things they're putting in there. But again, because these cruisers go around the stores, they're worried that some of these people, you know, I've seen videos of people trying to spread the virus, for crying out loud, you know, but, you know, people go in the store and just basically go around there just for the sake of doing it, which is obviously bugging the hell out of other people and putting people, especially like yourself, you're going there, dropping stuff off for people, but going and picking it up from the store and dropping it again. If there's people in there that are doing stuff in there that they shouldn't be, and you end up passing it to someone else, you know, you're going to feel pretty crap. So they're trying to stop that from happening a hell of a lot, you know, and again, for everything you put in place, there's always someone trying to muck it up for you, no matter what happens, you know. So once it starts to get better again, if someone's going to do something crazy, and it's just going to go all, you know, back to lockdown again or something, you know. So it's a case of like everyone has to basically look out for each other, and obviously look out for these specific individuals that are just hell bent on making the system not work, which is a lot of people, unfortunately.
for sure. Yeah,
I'm from a military background, so you know, it's not no conspiracy theory. This is all stuff I read stuff from, like, you know, gov sites and stuff. So I got access to that stuff, and some of the things are about these guys that literally are just playing the system. You know, people driving around that don't need to be driving around just because they want to go out for a drive. You know, because they haven't done it for like 3 months. I understand it, but again, you know, people have to sort of listen to what the medical people are saying and stuff like that, and stop themselves from being tempted to go and do stuff they should be doing at the end of the day. And today, I think on LBC and our local radio here, basically it's a talk show. They were saying that Donald Trump was hugging people when he got off the plane today. So this is our UK media. And the thing is, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what they're saying on the media here. I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. You know, I'll wait till it comes from someone who knows what the hell's going on. You know, it might be a family member or something, so it's a bit different. But it's just crazy stuff. Everyone's trying to stir stuff because, again, it's election time and all the rest of stuff coming up. It's just silly, you know. And I think a lot of people in the UK are annoyed at our government for not taking action straight away. Because when Italy went, we're in the crap here, guys, that shut everything down. Everyone else should have followed suit in Europe, and they didn't. They sort of tried to keep it happy with everyone being able to do what they wanted to do, and I think that was one of the reasons why it sort of spread so quick. Is because of that anyway. You know, I don't. Obviously, Australia and stuff, and New Zealand and places like that, they got it pretty much under wraps because they're very stringent anyway. So they've got good systems in place. You know, and being in the aviation world myself, you know, I understand, you know, the people are itching to get back in the sky and do their stuff. You know, today I've been literally up, you know, doing helicopter stuff today, and it's like brilliant. It's like amazing, you know. But again, that's just two guys in a helicopter. It's not like, you know, a whole thing full of people. But I can understand people's frustration with, you know, why can't we do this and why can't we do that and why this. It's always questions, unfortunately. But rather than just listening to what's going on and, you know, looking at what else is available, because it's, you know, I think this is the thing as well. Let's talk about I think earlier on today I was listening to something, and they were saying that basically if you imagine being, you know, cooped up in a prison cell for like, I don't know, just a week, all your privilege taken away again, and then given the opportunity to go and do what you want, what are you going to want to do first? Well, you want to go to the beach, you want to see the sun, you want to do all the good things that you couldn't do. Now, after 3, 4, 5 months, multiply that by that much time, you know, you're gonna have people like gagging to get to, you know, mate, my ticket's booked, I'm coming to yours, let's go, let's party. You know, that's the sort of thing. I'm like you, I just want to get out there and do stuff again, because, you know, we've had our stuff taken away from us because some irresponsible people have spread something that's not nice. You know, and nothing is big since the Black Death. Right. You know, in the UK. So it's going to be totally, you know, our normal that we used to know will not be there anymore. We'll have a new normal, and I think as well you'll find the governments will put lots of these little things in, which means we have to compulsory get shots. Yeah. You know, another choice. They'll say you've got to have it. No, you know, like in the UK, you used to have a thing called a BCG, and that's basically for mumps and rubella and stuff like that. They used to give it to everyone. Then people were given the choice of not having that, and then people started dying because they were getting the mumps and rubella and stuff like that. So, you know, I think they're going to start looking at that again, and also trying to stealth sneak other stuff in as well. Again, you know, bad news covers lots of stuff up. So I'm one of these people, I'm not a conspiracy person, but I always look for why something's happened in a certain way, you know, and especially in the UK where they started putting 5G masts up in areas where they locked them down first. You know, people at the end of a street going, what's that 5G mast doing at the end of our street? We all said, don't put it there, and then they put it up, you know. So there's all these things going on outside the realm, because everyone's focus is on this bloody COVID thing, and not the other stuff that's around us, you know. So I'm glad guys are suddenly realizing there's like university courses, other things to get on with, you know, homeschooling methods and stuff. And, you know, like you said about the schooling systems are changing as well anyway, because they've got tablets going to send home, etc. My Marion's nieces and nephews, they've now got like tablets at home, so they actually interact with the tablet with the teacher who's at their home, and they're basically doing it with all the kids. So she just gets them to do certain things and that sort of stuff, and they get them like to do like things like cooking. So the maths gets done by how many eggs you need to make a cake, and right, so we've got 2 eggs for 1 cake. If we made 4 cakes, how many eggs do we need? That sort of stuff. So they're going right back to basics, but it's all practical stuff. Where kids are learning with hands-on. That's and great. The other thing that I struck me as well about university stuff is loads of uni students now are going to get graded on whatever work they've done already, which unfortunately is going to really hamper some people, because I know my brother, for instance, he's an accountancy degree. In his first 2 years, he was the crappiest ever. In his last year, he really perked up and got like, you know, a 2-1. So people who are now in that first 2 years and their third year is now being hampered, haven't got that opportunity to up their level or up their percentage, so they're going to get a lower grade for the course. So that's another thing that's kicking off in the UK. So I'm tell you loads of stuff, but there's so much stuff going on in the UK at the moment. It's crazy, you know. It's coming at 100 mile an hour to everybody, but people are missing it because they're just focused on the COVID stuff.
Yeah, gotcha, Andy. No, Andy, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And Chris just messaged me saying he did rock and roll. But Chris, if you can unmute yourself, brother, you know, tell us how's it all going down in Houston, Texas. How are you, Rita, the baby, the dog? What's happening with you guys? How you guys been?
Hey, man, we're doing great. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep.
Hold on, let me make sure I can hear you. Boom. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep, perfect, man.
Things are going good, man. You know, CJ, little baby CJ, just turned 8 months yesterday, so we did a little photo shoot with him. And
that's awesome.
You know, Rita has been staying at home watching him, but she also has a couple of businesses that she's been managing. And you talk about adaptability with COVID and everything going on. It's actually been challenging at times, but at the same time, you have to kind of think creatively outside of the box and what can you do. So specifically, we have an entertainment company, and mobile entertainers need to be mobile, right? And so you talk to any DJ in the industry, and what they're doing right now is they're doing live streams, and they're going and they're just putting out a set, or even musicians that play at night, at a local pub or bar, they're doing live streams and they're putting their Venmo up. So I thought that was pretty cool. And we recently had a mutual friend of ours that had passed away, unfortunately. And so we wanted to pay tribute to him. And we spent about 3 days just going through some media. I mean, we had terabytes full of media just of us traveling together. It was very, very therapeutic for us, because while we were making this video tribute for Ruben, we put it out there on a live stream platform, and we ended up identifying an opportunity by just doing that. And so we're doing a graduation party on May 14th, virtual graduation, but it's also a live stream. We'll be on site, but we're going to be out there, and these kids that are graduating kindergarten, we're going to be there just putting music together, but we're also live streaming it. So it's interesting because, I just feel like having something like that, put something out there, doing good for a friend, just to showcase their life and celebration of life with that video live stream that we did. Shout out to Rocco Entertainment. You can go to our webpage and see it. You can go to our Facebook page and see it. We got hit up by a couple of people wanting us to do the same thing. So it opened the door to just another opportunity to just do something with our business that doesn't necessarily involve a traditional aspect of, or approach. We're thinking about doing some live streams for funeral homes. I've been in communication with a couple of directors. But other than that, I mean, just staying at home, working from home. I work for a company that is a essential service. So thankfully, I haven't really seen much decline in business other than restaurants, places that had to pull back because there weren't any foot traffic. But, I just wanted to hop on and just share, I guess, a little bit of what we're doing, how we're adapting. And ultimately, as far as like reading books, I've got my head in this book called New Sales Simplified. I just finished this one. It's a really good book, super easy read. And then also, I don't know if you guys have heard of 212. It's a really easy read. I mean, you could read it in like an hour, but, just staying sharp, staying focused on what, just you can kind of get in this funk when you're at home in front of your computer and like there's no accountability where you have to do work, and if you even own your own business, it's even worse because you're your own boss where you're like, I'll do it tomorrow, right? But I mean, it's been great, man, and it's really good seeing you and Monica doing y'all's thing, and we're always here to support you guys. Rita's over here; she's going through some files herself.
Hey, Rita! Hey,
Our home office.
Hey, I love it. Awesome, guys. Awesome, fantastic.
So yeah, this is our workspace right here. But we just wanted to hop on really quick and just say we love you guys. And man, if you're on this Zoom presentation with Nick and Monica, these guys are just phenomenal leaders. Anything that they put their hands on and put effort to, they do it with a passion. And I'm really excited that we had an opportunity to meet them through a venture that we were a part of. And yeah, man, when you guys come to Houston, I'll be sure to whoop up on you in basketball again.
Yeah, whatever, boy, whatever. I got hoops on you. Awesome, Kurt. I appreciate it, man. Hey, Chris, in the chat, man, on the Zoom, can you put in your business page so we can all follow you, support you guys? We can like your stuff, and you can let me know when you guys are going live, doing a live performance again or something. Maybe it'd be really cool, guys, if I can get you guys, we need to get like a live performance in the Facebook group or something like that, and we can help and support each other, man. I know we got some Travel Boss fans out there. I love some music, so something like that. We'll get something going for sure.
Yeah, For sure, brother. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry I'm gonna have to hop off. I got a 4 o'clock conference call that was already pre-scheduled. But yeah, man, let's talk.
For sure. Awesome.
Okay.
Appreciate it, Chris. See you, Rita. Thanks, guys. Okay, bye-bye. All right, fantastic, guys, fantastic. So, guys, I know that we are coming in close to the end of this virtual coffee meetup, or your tea, or Bill had his thermos. I know Andy was driving. Chris came in just for a little while. He had his best husband ever mug. I like that mug. I got to get one of those mugs. And so, guys, we're here just to connect on these calls and see what's happening and see how we can support and help each other. So actually in the chat right now, guys, in the chat, if you have a business Facebook page or an Instagram page or a Facebook group, or you have something that you can, you have a business, and, we all want to help each other and support each other and help us grow through this time, you guys can actually put it in the chat box on this Zoom call right now, so we can all follow you guys. Let us know how we can support. And obviously, it's just a time for us to back each other up and grow and progress through these times. All right, Andy's in Norway now. We're Sweden with the Northern Lights. Love it, man.
Home, yes, I'm home.
You're home. You got home. All right. So, guys, we're going to be coming back together on Thursday. I actually have an amazing speaker who's going to be joining us. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch more people on the Thursday call. Usually there's a bunch more people on the Thursday call as it's more specific to business, entrepreneurship, mobilepreneurs, network marketers, affiliate marketers, all those cool people. And so, as these calls just go with the flow, you can see that we spoke about a lot about how coronavirus has impacted the world, where it's going, how we've transitioned. Maybe you had a job, you lost your job, and now you started an online business of some sort, right? Wherever there's pros and cons about, there were cons about, being able to just go out and do your things, right? Because we had to go out and do our things when we didn't want to, right? And then we pray to God I can stay home one day, and coronavirus happened, and now we're like, damn, I just want to get out. I want to just stop eating ice cream, and I want to go to an aerobics class with the girls and some freaking and the Zumba people. I want to go to a Zumba class now. So guys, let's just all support each other, help each other. If you have a business or if you have a personal page that you're trying to grow, a public figure page, let us know in the chat box below, guys. You can put it in the chat or in the comments on the YouTube feed here. And just appreciate you guys. I know we're all entrepreneurs here. I know we're all like-minded. I know we're all trying to get to that next level, to that next thing, to grow, personally develop ourselves. We're trying to rank up, we're trying to grow our leadership skills, we're trying to help and serve and add value to as many people around the world. And Ben just put his in. Fantastic, Ben. It's Ben's Instagram. I'll put mine in right now. I'm actually going to put this. Boom. Great. I'm going to copy these, and then let's see if I can chuck it on YouTube here as well. Okay.
I monkey in the comments for WhatsApp. It's WhatsApp, but you can actually get paid for using it.
What did you say?
I said just drop the link for the app that I'm using.
Yeah, drop it in there, man. Drop it in there. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's like WhatsApp, but you can actually get paid for using it. Everything that you do already in WhatsApp, you get paid the same. You can get paid for it in virtual coins and wow.
Okay, man. For sure, man. There's the link. Fantastic. Thanks, Andy, for sharing your link. Ben, you too. Facebook and /Instagram. You guys all know me, but I'd chuck it in there. Nick could say, There you go. Boom. All right, guys. So, guys, you know what? I appreciate all of you for hopping on. We're going to be going. So, you know, as you've been on the calls before, usually at 10 a.m. Central. But due to the different schedule that Monica and I have now, we're doing it at 3 p.m. Central, Tuesday and Thursdays. And so, you know, bring your energy, invite your friends, invite anyone who you feel would benefit from these calls. These calls, we want them ongoing, and even after COVID-19, they're going to be ongoing. I just still think it's a great way to connect, socialize, you know, have some laughs, talk some shit, but be real raw and get into our businesses and, you know, everything else that comes to topic. So, guys, I appreciate Andy, Bill, Ben, and Chris who hopped on the call. Anyone who was watching this as a live on YouTube, thanks for hopping on. And if you guys are watching this as a recording, you know, let us know your thoughts in the comments. You can always comment on the YouTube channel. This will be posted as a Zoom recording in our Facebook group, Travel Boss Secrets Worldwide Network. So if you're not in the Facebook group, get in the Facebook group and we'll see you guys there. So guys, appreciate you all. You guys rock. Everyone have a fantastic afternoon, evening, and go get it, guys. Rock and roll. Appreciate all of you. Peace up. See you guys. Bye.